Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Lance Brock here, and it is already the last day of April. How time flies. And the 2024 WWE Draft is now officially in the books. New episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic now available right here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to your podcasts at. Going over last night's draft episode of Monday Night Raw. And once again, I have to say, just like Friday night, wasn't really a bad show, but for me anyway, this year's draft altogether was just maybe a little underwhelming. And yes, I talked about how usually for the draft shows, the actual wrestling usually isn't the main focus on the show. It's usually the draft picks. But this year I thought each pick was just, there wasn't any real exciting picks this year, and there weren't even many superstars other than the NXT call-ups, of course, but there wasn't even that many that switched brands. And I just thought this definitely not the best edition of the WWE draft this year. But like I said, that's my opinion. Let me know what you thought of this year's draft in the comments section, either on Spreaker, YouTube, or wherever you are listening to this podcast right now. I apologize for that. Had the mic muted somehow, was talking. So I'm sorry if there's a space of dead air. If I knew how to edit, I would go back and edit it out. Hopefully that didn't last too long. But I was saying, I have to take back what I said just a little bit ago, because the draft did not completely come to a finish with last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. There were still a few additional picks after Raw went off the air last night. And at this time, I just want to go over those picks real quick. And here are the additional picks for Raw. The Creed brothers and Ivy Nile, the New Catch Republic, Dijak up from NXT, Caden Carter and Katana Chance, Natalia Neidhart, who, I don't know if you would say she was actually a part of the roster, but has been competing on NXT as of late. And actually tonight she's going to be in the first women's, what is it called, underground thing they do. And lastly, Raw's absolute final draft pick of the 2024 draft, Odyssey Jones. And next up, SmackDown gets Giovanni Vinci, who I talked about last night, is no longer a part of Imperium because he's kicked out last week. And that's the thing, real quick. Don't mean to get away from it, but the LWO is that's Carlito. He left last week, but he was still a part of the LWO in the draft last night. So, not really sure how that works exactly, but it is what it is, I guess. And we got Tegan Knox and the final SmackDown pick of the WWE Draft 2024, Apollo Crews. So that was the 2024 WWE Draft. Like I said, for me, it is just a little underwhelming. I wouldn't say anything spectacular there. I didn't really think there were any of these great picks that really shook things up or anything, but maybe that's just me, though. Once again, though, let me know in the comment section what you thought of the draft overall, either here on Spreaker, YouTube, or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling Podcast at, as we get ready for Backlash France this weekend, this Saturday afternoon, and also on Friday, TNA Under Siege on TNA Plus. And that is all for this morning's episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Tonight we have NXT and a new episode of Dark Side of the Ring. And tonight's episode is ECW Original The Sandman. That should be an interesting one. Definitely gonna watch both. Maybe we'll do a podcast, maybe not sure as of right now. So just stay tuned to 360 Wrestling Podcast just in case. And I will talk to everyone tomorrow for the Wednesday episode of GMWF to preview tomorrow night's AEW Dynamite with the fallout after the Young Bucks and Jack Perry's attack on Tony Khan. So hope you all join me right here tomorrow morning. Until then, have a great pro wrestling day.